In March of 2020, when the world was shutting down, Kingswood Theater was in the process of putting together an original play. The group was a week and a half away from performing it at the New Hampshire Educational Theater Guild's festival, when the production was cancelled. However, the story did not end there, and we've got the rest of it for you today. We'll have that, plus Kingswood athletics, sports, the return of dad jokes, and much more. This is Night's Watch. Hello Kingswood, and welcome to Night's Watch. I'm Keegan.
And I'm Riley.
And let's just start right up.
The spring of 2020 was a difficult time for much of the world was closed down. One Kingswood group, our theater department, is now attending to bring closer to a project that was cut short in the spring of this year.
Paula Kemper has the story.
Kingswood Theater began production of their original play, The Yee-Haw-Haw Review, in the fall of 2019. Scott Giesler and Kingswood staff member at the time, John Neske, were working on an initial draft of the script to get it ready for the December auditions. With the script completed and show cast, the production team set about their annual task of putting together a one-act play to be performed at the New Hampshire Educational Theater Guild's annual statewide festival. The festival was scheduled to be hosted at the Kingswood Arts Center in March of 2020. With a public performance already completed, the students were looking forward to hosting and performing for 6 other schools and a panel of theater professionals. However, like so many others, their endeavors were cut short due to the closing of school. 2 years later, Kingswood Theater is back with a review, recasts, and several set, costume, and script improvements. Once again, the production has had a series of public and in-school performances and is ready to be presented at the NHETG's State Festival, hosted at Kingswood on April 2nd. The festival itself has been on hiatus for 2 years, with a virtual event being held in its place last year. For seniors, this is the first festival they have attended since freshman year. For all others, this is a brand new experience. All the shows at festival are required to be no longer than 40 minutes, and their sets need to be put up in 5 minutes and down in the same amount of time. Just setting up a show can be a performance in and of itself. Kingswood has had a string of successes over the years at festival. In the past decade, Kingswood has been selected 3 times to represent the state of New Hampshire at the New England Drama Festival. Despite the fact that there is no New England Festival this year, everyone is simply thrilled to be back and performing in person. Kingswood is scheduled to perform midday on Saturday. All audience members should arrive no later than 12:50 p.m. to catch the performance of the Yee-Haw-Haw Review. Tickets are available at the door.
Thank you, Bella.
Moving on to sports. Spring sports are here, and we have a schedule chock full of games.
Saturday, April 2nd, Varsity Boys Lacrosse will face off against Manchester.
On Monday, April 4th, Varsity Boys Tennis will be playing Kennett at home, and Varsity Girls Tennis will be playing at Kennett, both at 4 p.m. Junior Varsity Girls Lacrosse will also be at home versus Guilford at 4 o'clock, and Varsity vs. Guilford at 5:15.
Tuesday, April 5th, brings Variety Girls Softball and Variety Boys Baseball at Pre-Brook at 4 p.m.
Wednesday, April 6th, has Junior Varsity Boys Lacrosse at home versus Plymouth at 4 p.m. and Varsity Boys at 5:30. Varsity Boys Tennis is at home versus Portsmouth at 4 p.m. Varsity Girls Tennis is away at Portsmouth at 4:30.
Thursday, April 7th, both Variety Girls Softball and Boys Baseball will face off at home against Guilford at 4 p.m.
And last but certainly not least, on Friday, April 8th, Varsity Girls Tennis will play at home versus Alvine at 4 o'clock. And Varsity Boys Tennis will be away at the same time at... Sorry, I can't pronounce that.
And now here's Elliot Gieser with sports.
morning, Kingswood, and welcome back to the Night Watch Sports segment. Now, I'm going to try something a little different this week. Instead of going super in-depth on one sport and just barely grazing over the others, or really even just a brief overview of every sport, we're going to be doing what I call 10-second takes, where I go around the world of sports and just offer some quick opinions that I have. I've written them down here on my phone if it would like to cooperate with me. Thank you very much, phone. So let's not waste too much time. And number one, I think the Patriots need to hire a real general manager instead of just having Bill Belichick do everything. Because, well, he's good at getting defense, his draft picks and his free agent signings are not exactly the best. Number two, I don't think this Warriors core of Steph, Clay, and Draymond is enough to win anymore. I think they need another star like a Kevin Durant if they really want to title contend and be, like, undisputed favorites. Number three, I think Giannis Antetokounmpo already has a case to be the second greatest power forward of all time, and it's a case that I very much agree with. Number four, I think the MLB isn't taken as seriously and isn't talked about as much on shows like this because they don't take themselves as seriously as other sports, what with all the unwritten rules. And, I mean, the commissioner called the World Series trophy a piece of metal. Like, come on now. Number five, I think the Packers are in real danger of missing the playoffs next year. They lost their top two receivers and the division's getting better, and the conference, honestly, as a whole, is just getting better all around, except for quarterback play. And finally, I think this Brooklyn Nets team is basically unbeatable in the Eastern Conference unless your name is the Milwaukee Bucks, especially with Kyrie playing home games now. So, those were my 6 10-second takes for this week. Other than that, the only real sports news was, well, St. Peter lost, unfortunately. Really hurt my heart. But Duke will play North Carolina. Actually, by the time you see this, they will have already played. And I believe the same is true with the Villanova and Kansas game. So the only thing you have to look forward to in college basketball is the championship itself, which I will make sure to cover. Thank you for joining me, Kingswood. And now back to whatever we have after this.
Thanks, Elliot. Let's look at the lunch schedule for the week.
Monday is popcorn chicken bowl or turkey and cheese sub.
Tuesday is corn dog, barbecue, or turkey and cheese sub.
Wednesday is mac and cheese or turkey and cheese sub.
Thursday is cheeseburger or turkey and cheese sub.
And Friday is pizza or turkey and cheese sub.
And now that we've gotten you all hungry, here's, I don't know, somebody to help you lose your appetite with dad jokes. Hello everyone, and welcome to Dad Jokes. I'm Keegan Quinn, and this is...
Rido Barry.
So, how are you doing today, Vidal?
Good, how are you, Keegan?
I'm doing pretty well. Plus, I get to tell some dad jokes.
That's pretty cool.
So let's start this off. How do you fix a cabbage?
I don't know.
With a cabbage patch.
Pretty good.
All right. Why don't crabs use social media?
I don't know.
Because they are hermits.
Sounds like Grandpa.
Okay then. Did you hear about the giant who threw up?
No.
It's all over town. How'd you miss it?
Why? Person.
Why don't email servers ever get hungry? They eat a lot of spam. Yeah, check my inbox. What are the strongest days of the week?
Tuesday?
Saturday and Sunday, because the rest are weekdays.
That's good. That's good. That's pretty good, Keegan.
I try my best. Well, that's all the jokes I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and back to a not-so-awesome segment.
Here's real quick.
Yeah! Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Thanks, Ty. Anytime. Just a reminder, the Kingswood Boutique is open. Check in the main office. And I'm Keegan Quinn.
And I'm Riley Booth.
And this was Night's Watch.